5 shocking twists in movies.
5.
The Cabin in the Woods. A more recent example of twist endings, this 2012 satirical horror flick was written by Joss Whedon of the Avengers fame and starred Chris Hemsworth, who also played Thor in the Avengers. This film was marketed mysteriously, hinting at a mysterious twist that would later be revealed. Though it was mostly a satire of classic horror films like The Evil Dead, it played out like your typical zombie horror film. The real twist came when it was revealed that everything was being manipulated by a secret underground corporation that sacrificed people to the gods living under the earth. This brought something truly unique to the film and shocked audiences and critics alike, gaining considerable acclaim.
4.
Psycho. Not only one of the most, if not the most, definitive twists in the history of film, but also a truly iconic and revolutionary film in itself. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho is a film that was well ahead of its time. Upon its release in 1960, Hitchcock was no stranger to mind-bending and shocking cinema, but Psycho went on to be the most controversial and iconic release of his career, not only due to its violent and graphic content that had never been seen before, but it was also the first time a toilet bowl was ever seen in a film. But it's the film's ending that truly shocked audiences, where it's revealed that the film's antagonist, Norman Bates, is cross-dressing as his dead mother and also taking on a split personality that makes him murderous and irrational. These themes were unheard of at the time and caused intense fervor. However, this film has gone on to become truly iconic and highly regarded in the film industry.
3.
Fight Club. David Fincher has defined himself as one of the best thriller directors since Hitchcock, with films like Seven, The Game, Zodiac, and most recently Gone Girl. But by far his most definitive work is Fight Club. While gaining mixed reception at the time of its release in 1999, it has gone on to become a true classic, in part due to the encapsulating performances of its leads Edward Norton, Brad Pitt, and Helena Bonham Carter. But what truly makes the film stand out is its twist, revealing that Brad Pitt's Tyler Durden is in fact a part of Edward Norton's narrator, with him suffering from a split personality disorder. One of the most iconic twists of modern cinema, it's influenced many other films and TV shows that followed, most recently the TV series Mr. Robot, which was heavily influenced by Fight Club and featured a similar twist.
2.
Shutter Island. People who went to see this Martin Scorsese-directed psychological thriller were engrossed in the film's deep and seedy mystery from the start. As we follow Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Ruffalo's characters who are working to solve the case of patients gone missing from a mental asylum, we're slowly drawn into the decaying state of DiCaprio's character before being shocked by its ending reveal that he is, in fact, a patient at the asylum who's being allowed to play the role of a U.S. Marshal as part of his treatment. This twist puts into question everything the audience thought they knew and has made Shutter Island an iconic Scorsese film and essential viewing for any thriller fan.
1.
The Empire Strikes Back. After Star Wars was released to massive fervor from sci-fi fans in 1977, anticipation for its sequel was very high and extremely intense. As many adults and children alike sat down in cinemas across the world to see the next chapter of Luke Skywalker's story, they didn't know what was truly in store for them, and it was something special. As the cinematic battle between Luke and Darth Vader reached its fateful end, fans were shocked when Luke's hand was sliced clean off by Vader's lightsaber. However, this wasn't the real twist that shook the world. The real shock came as Vader revealed to Luke that he was his father, a line that has been ingrained and recreated in pop culture ever since. Possibly one of the most iconic scenes in the history of film, it solidified the film's status as a true classic.